else gets anxiety? Just talking my little. What's up, ladies? Does anyone else get anxiety just by talking about it? Is it just me? Palmer, go over there. Go away. He drives me crazy because he's anxious, but I don't realize that I'm giving him anxiety. I'm not mean to him. This is our relationship. I love him very much, but I am controlling. Get away. Okay. So yeah, this is real. Like, I'm already getting anxious just because I know that I'm going to talk about how and why I get anxious and how I feel when I'm anxious, and that so this is the biggest thing that is on my to-do list for self-improvement. It's the main thing I struggle with. It's the story of my daily life. All right, I'll start with just giving you a little backstory. I've always been an anxious person, fearful, shy. Then I turned into a control freak where everything had to be perfect. I always felt like someone was watching me, that I was running out of time. And yeah, that was most of my 20s. Over the last 3 years, my anxiety has gotten so much worse. This is like the main reason I started Peace, Love, Sanity, because my anxiety gives me all kinds of issues. I start thinking that I'm not good enough. I feel like when something good is happening, it's going to be taken away. When something bad is happening, I feel like there's no way out. How did I get myself here? Then the self-sabotage comes back. You're so this, you're so that, you should have done this. Why couldn't you have done that? Why can't you think like this? And it's just this scary storm in my mind. And then, this starts, and it starts here. So inner peace is huge for me. And sanity, I want control over my thoughts, master your mind, right? No, my mind it has me by a leash. And this journey is going to transform that. That is my dream. My personal dream is to overcome it. I always have to check my hand. I just look at it. I'm like, what's wrong? And in my 3 points, I'm going to talk about how I'm trying to manage it. And it's been working. I'm either really hungry or I'm anxious. So if my heart starts to race, I look at my hand, and if it's shaking, I start to question myself. Back to the points, I'll get there. And I know there's a bunch of different types of anxiety: PTSD, general anxiety, severe anxiety, obsessive compulsive disorder. Like, there's a lot. And if you have a certain kind of anxiety that I didn't mention, talk about it if you want. I'm not an expert at these facts, so excuse me if I don't sound like I know what I'm talking about, but I do know that I have anxiety. I've been talking to a therapist. I have a treatment plan, and it's not that easy. It's actually so hard. I just want to live my life the way I want to. I want to be more peaceful, calmer, composed, walk lightly. It's not that I'm trying to change who I am. I'm just trying to be better. All right, so I'm about to get really personal and share with you what my anxiety feels like. My heart starts to race. I feel paranoid. There's voices in my head telling me I can't do it. I'm never gonna get this right. How many times do I have to learn? How many times do I have to bump my head? People make mistakes. People make all kinds of mistakes, especially young people. It's okay. We all make mistakes, but sometimes we take them with us and we can't let them go. We can't forgive ourselves. And when I say mistakes, I mean, okay, I did something, or this happened, or I made the wrong choice. You're never gonna learn. Didn't this happen before? Why can't you get it right? It's all that, like, abuse, mental abuse. The mind is so difficult. That's a whole nother conversation. And we need like experts on here, because I don't even know what I'm thinking most of the time. The voices get so loud that I have to scream, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. I cover my ears like I'm losing myself. I rock back and forth, I shake, I cringe, I cry, and I have these chills that go up my spine to the top of my head, the crown of my head. And it literally like stings, and it feels cold, and it's like a nervous breakdown. Like, it can really get that far. And if you've had anxiety attacks, go ahead and share. This is a safe space. It's okay to talk about this stuff. I'm being really courageous to even express what I feel most of the time. I was having anxiety attacks that lasted hours. And because of my 3 points that I'm about to share, I can talk myself out of it within 5 minutes. One of the biggest deals I make about anxiety is when someone tells me to relax. Relax. You need to relax. Just chill. Yo, relax. I just want to grab the first brick I see and like bash it against their head. Don't tell me to relax. Like, people don't understand that that's a trigger in itself. But at the same time, it's not their fault. They're just like, yo, chill. But, you know, if you know someone who's anxious and you're like, yo, what's wrong with you? Instead of judging them, try to understand. Try to read up on anxiety and see where they're coming from. My family knows not to say relax to me anymore. It literally makes me worse. And I asked them kindly, I said, please don't say that word. Code red for me. Just listen to me. Just let me get it all out and then say what you have to say. And I'm not, you know, trying to control who they are, but that's what I need. And if someone loves you, they will understand that. So you can set those boundaries and let the people closest to you know that this is a code red, or this is what I really need from you. This is kind of how I need to be loved right now. So I'm going to get into 3 ways that have been helping me maintain, control, condense my anxiety. The first thing, clear the clutter. When I say clear the clutter, here's my experience. I am such a multitasker that it hurts me. Some people wish they can do more in a day, and I wish I knew how to do less in a day. Again, back to where I'm coming from. I thought I was running out of time most of my life. And now I realize that I'm creating all of this drama in my head because I'm thinking about everything I need to do. But why do I have so much to do? Because I overcommit. I say yes to most things. I promise I'm gonna be there. I book my entire week. I don't even have time to watch TV. People are like, yeah, I was watching Netflix last night, and da-da-da-da-da, or I went to brunch, da-da-da-da, and I'm just like, how? So I evaluated my schedule, where I put my time. A lot of time is wasted, I'm not gonna lie, complaining and whatever, things I'm trying to fix. I always have somewhere to be, or I'm trying to work on something. It's just too much, it's clutter. So that gives me anxiety. And then I have to do the dishes, give Palmer a bath. And then I have to do my hair, which takes 2 hours. Then I have to do laundry, and I have to do this. And then on top of that, I have to pay this bill, and I have to call this person back, and I have to freaking figure out my student loans. All this shit. So when I have so much going on in my mind, that's where the monsters come in. You're never gonna get this done. Why are you like this? It's this song in my head that they keep singing. I've always been an overachiever, so I know that this is where it's coming from. It's natural, it's okay. I'm not saying that I need to cut off my life. I need to just find balance and be realistic and think more in the terms of, okay, this is my schedule for the week. This is what I have to do today. But when am I gonna eat? This gives me more mental space. Allowing myself to watch an episode of something, walking Palmer without rushing, leaving the dishes the hell alone, and just letting myself be. Like, I feel like, again, I have to always prove something, like I'm doing this and I'm doing that and I have my shit together, but actually I don't. I'm learning how to say no more. If I'm saying yes to someone and no to me, that's not fair. So I'm gonna help myself pick those things up and not let it happen anymore, or as much, because sometimes you got to be there for people, make sacrifices, and compromise. But I'm not about to keep living my life that way, where I'm going crazy at the end of the day because I didn't get my stuff done because I had to be here for so and so. No, sometimes we have to be selfish. All the time. We have to be selfish all the time, but in a healthy way. You have to put yourself first. That's what I'm learning. I feel so much better just by saying no. No, I can't. I'm not going to be able to. I'm sorry. I wish I could help. It feels great. Number 2, The second thing I've been doing to maintain my anxiety, I challenge it. As soon as I start feeling anxious, I stop what I'm doing. If I'm at work, I go find somewhere quiet. Most of the time I get anxious, I'm home. And I ask myself, Claudia, what's making you anxious? What's making you anxious right now? You can tell me. I just sit it out. As I'm talking to myself, I'm already calming down. Almost like a mom or a dad waiting for a toddler to stop their temper tantrum. Inside, I'm like this, my head, I'm shaking, and I'm just like, no, go ahead, whenever you're done. Are you done yet? You okay? You feel better? You want some water? You ready to go? Okay. Literally, it's a temper tantrum inside. That's what I realized. I'm not saying for everybody, but that's what it feels like for me. And when I'm done, I take a couple deep breaths, back to that meditation example I gave you with. And the third thing I've been doing to help myself with my anxiety, change my story. I keep telling myself I'm anxious. I tell this person, I tell that person, like it's an excuse. Oh, sorry, I'm just anxious and this is why I'm reacting this way, or this is how it has to be done because I have anxiety. Just so you know, I have anxiety. I'm a very anxious person. Can't you see it? Oh my God, I've always been anxious. Like, shut up. It doesn't have to be like that. So I've been changing my story. I tell myself I am a calm person. I am a peaceful person. It's been so healthy because it's just so compassionate towards myself. To feel good in that moment where I'm acknowledging that I am a peaceful person because I'm putting anxiety before my peace. Hello, go away. You know, it's just really up to me to represent what I want to be. I want to be a peaceful person. So I am. I tell myself I am. When I tell myself I am, that's how I show up. People would never think that I suffer from anxiety. And I've been doing so much better at it. I don't talk about it anymore. That was like my story, literally. I'm anxious. Hey, guess what? I'm anxious. It was almost like I was proud of it, or people had to know because I was a certain kind of way. Like, I don't got time for that anymore. I am creating who I know I am inside. I say affirmations to myself. One that I absolutely love and I am going to say throughout this entire season, especially when we get to self-love. I say to myself in the mirror, I love you. I really love you. And I accept you for exactly the way you are. And that is the best feeling. Like the first time I did it, I teared up and my voice was shaking because I was so like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm saying this to myself. These affirmations create our reality. And when I say that, I love myself and I accept myself, I'm like, okay, then I'm just gonna go about my day and be Claudia. Claudia, improving Claudia, but you know, it starts with acceptance. And if I have anxiety, okay, I don't have to talk about it. I can just work on it. Okay, so again, the 3 things that I've been doing to maintain my anxiety are clear the clutter, mental space, stop saying yes to everything, challenge my anxiety, wait for my temper tantrum to stop, and change my story with affirmations like, I am a peaceful person. Try them out. If it works for you, yay, that's the goal. If you have something to say about anxiety, comment below, whether it's an experience or some tips. You never know who you can encourage or inspire. Make sure you follow Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, here, subscribe. You know, I'm not gonna beg you. If you're connecting to this, then I'm telling you, keep up, it's worth it. Social media is already there. Just, you know, I'm gonna be putting out content for you guys, memes, words of wisdom. And the most important thing, if you know a young woman that can benefit from this, send them over. The point of this whole thing is inspiration. And you know, I'm opening up to you guys so you can open up to yourselves and we can just be better people. I will see you in part 3, depression. I know, downer, but we are going to move forward with more positive topics and yeah, really change here. Mwah! I'll see you later.